Hey guys, welcome to another live episode with Complete Developer Podcast. Will and I are now cartoons. Is this not awesome? Our friend David Neal made some cartoon versions of us. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you've already seen my avatar there up on Twitter. And I think Will's going to be getting his out and about at some point.
Yeah, I've had too much going on to mess with social media much.
Also, we've been kind of playing around with some of the OBS Studio stuff. Well, I say I've been playing around with it.
The royal we.
Yes, the royal.
Which means him, not me.
The we that means me. Whoa, I don't know. As you guys can hear, Will is opening his beer.
Well, it's not a beer. It's a Red's Wicked Black Cherry. And the reason is I need space in my fridge. And this was in there. So I'm creating space.
As was this, there we go, Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Coffee Stout. Nice.
Yeah, I saw that last week. Drank the rest of the pack. But I kept one for you because I figured it's bourbon barrel and it's coffee and it's a stout. Like that's pretty much the trifecta for you. So I figured might as well just hang on to one of them.
My brother-in-law would enjoy this.
Mm.
Not the one in Cleveland, the one in Florida. We discovered this past weekend that he likes stouts. Speaking of this past weekend, I have been on vacation. Really awesome. Got to cross two things off of my bucket list. We went up to Niagara Falls, about a 3-hour drive from Cleveland, so it wasn't too bad. We made a day trip out of it. While we were in New York, we were driving through Buffalo, and we got to stop and eat at the bar that originated Buffalo Wings. It was awesome. If you follow me on social media, I posted about it on Twitter and Facebook and all that. But I also brought back something for Will. Hot sauce. The hottest, the suicidal recipe from the original Anchor Bar where they invented hot wings.
Nice.
So here you go.
Excellent. I will not be drinking this, by the way. Using that on something.
So, while we were up there, my sister, who has a 4-year-old, showed me something, gave me something, actually, that was kind of cool. I am a Pez dispenser.
Does look like you.
Yes.
Who's it supposed to be?
Jason Momoa.
Okay.
So the fact that I look like Jason Momoa is so awesome. It's not quite the Khal Drogo look. It's more the Aquaman look, but still. I mean, come on, dude. That's pretty cool. So what's going on with you?
Well, I had a fun incident last week. I was lifting, and I was thinking, man, I want some chicken wings when I get done, lifting. It's protein, right? So I walk over to the freezer, and I open it up, and I'm like gonna look. What's up?
The microphone is not plugged in, so we are using the laptop microphone. I just realized that, guys. I'm sorry.
So what happens if you plug it in?
Let's not find out.
Okay. So this is going to be crappy audio, but we're going to go with it anyway. So the short of it is I walked over between sets thinking, okay, I'm going to see if I still have some chicken wings in there because I really wanted chicken wings. And I did. I opened up the freezer. I had chicken wings. They were already at room temperature along with everything else. So yeah, that sucked. I had 2 deer worth of venison in there. I had a whole bunch of stuff. What happened?
I have no clue for some reason.
Let's just kill the thing. And
nah,
do you wanna?
Nah, we're good on Facebook Live. Let's just keep it on Facebook. Sorry for the Twitter folk because you're not gonna get it. Hop over to Facebook. Well, you guys don't even hear me saying hop over to Facebook.
Safety. There's this whole causality thing that we need to talk about. It's important.
Yeah, well,
so that was loads of fun. I've also kind of gotten back into lifting on a little bit more regular basis. I had extremely good luck. Friday afternoon, I got my copy of Starting Strength, and I was reading that. I fell asleep Friday night. Basically reading that, put it aside, obviously, right as I fell asleep. And Saturday morning, I get a message from a buddy who is closing down his gym and had kettlebells and barbells and all kinds of stuff for sale. And so I came home with between 400 and 500 pounds of iron Monday.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So perfect timing. So it's been going pretty good. Work has been a little crazy. It's going to continue that way, I suspect, for some time.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that makes sense. So, guys, I know we announced it last week, but the water bottles have come in. Actually, sent off the last of our backlog. We had quite a few people who had been waiting, and so I got the last 7. I think was how many I sent out today. Got the last of those sent off, and so I did remember to bring one with me. So this is what they look like. There's the logo.
It's way nicer than the previous ones.
Yes. Even was able to take one up to my sister. She left us a comment. Oh, good grief. She was one of the first comments I read.
It's like she's just now getting that tells you how far behind we are here at Complete Developer Podcast.
Nah, she told me not to send her one, and then when we ordered the new ones, I showed her what they looked like, and she's like, "Oh, I want one of those."
Yeah.
So I took her one up there when we went to visit. So that was really cool. Other than that, not much going on the home front here. I've been out of town. We're mainly just focusing on tightening up our process and getting our outlining better, so that we can make better content for you guys.
Yeah, and we can make more.
Right. That's the ultimate goal, is to be able to produce more stuff. So that's cool. So something really cool, and we're going to see how well this goes, is I think we're going to be able to do this where we display the question as we're going over it. So you ready for this?
You're like a kid in a candy store, man.
Oh, dude, I had so much fun setting all this stuff up. It's probably why I forgot to, plug in.
We're going to get you a checklist or something.
Yeah, well, I mean,
laminated checklist sit here on the desk actually might not be a bad idea.
Well, I mean, we have things on here to tell me whether the microphone is turned on or off. So I'd show you, but it would require a lot of moving things around. That's just not worth it. So here goes the question.
Which I can do that and look at it. What should I look for going into an interview that tells me I want to work there? That's kind of a mix. You want to probably like your coworkers. So I would say this is more of a negative question. You want to say, what should I not look for? But we'll deal with that later. The big thing is you want to make sure that you think you can get along with the coworkers, that you can stand the space. A lot of people really, really hate open plan offices. I do. Especially you stick a foosball table in there, that is the 7th level of hell for me.
Mm-hmm.
I look for that basically at this point. You're also going to want to make sure that you can reasonably get there. You don't want to have a commute that's an hour and a half if that's not something that you want to do, which it probably isn't.
No. I was like, something that as a more junior developer I look for is the mentoring.
Yeah, and I look for that as a senior too.
Yeah, and
architect or whatever the heck I am now.
Oh, great architect. But no, I do. I look at, all right, what are the opportunities for that, and how much influence am I going to have? Am I going to be, as a junior developer, just sitting here slinging out code, or...
Yeah, you don't want to be a cog.
Yeah, or am I going to get to make some decisions? Am I going to be trusted with a few things? It's really nice when you're given just enough responsibility to shine.
Yeah, force you to grow.
Yeah, and that's really good. Now, the other thing that you want to avoid is if, as a junior developer, you're coming in and
you're the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that hurts. You will learn a lot real quick, but you're going to learn it all the hard way, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there, done that. Wouldn't recommend it. That said, if you're stable financially and you have a very high risk tolerance, go for it.
Yeah. Another thing I look at is the remote work possibilities. I know that's something that for some people is really big. For me, when I first started looking, it didn't matter. Actually, I wanted to go into the office because I really wanted that ability to get one-on-one mentoring in that space. But now that I've gotten a little bit further along and I've had the opportunity,
yeah,
I'm like, I want that work from home opportunity. I don't think I would want it full time. one of my coworkers.
I would.
Yeah, well, you would. I was going to say, you would. One of my coworkers has just accepted a position somewhere else where she's going to get to work full-time remote. And, I mean, the headquarters for the company she's working for isn't even in the state.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I would want that. I like the ability to go in when I need to. I like that we go in once a week and I get to see everybody, but I'm a social person.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an outgoing extrovert. So that's another thing to look at. Look at the team. We have on the team I work with some introverts and some extroverts. So that balance means that me as an outgoing person, I'm not the oddball.
Yeah. Whereas I'm an outgoing introvert, so the once a week thing would probably work for me. Although full time is fine too. I've done it, and I had no issue with it, other than occasionally needing to be a little bit more careful about making sure I did socialize some. So that when some rando person asks you how you're doing, you don't tell them. At length, that's a little weird. And you realize you did that. It's like,
well, it depends on the location. You do that at the grocery store, it's odd. You do that to your bartender, not as much.
Yeah, it was at the grocery. Publix.
Yeah.
I mean, Publix cares. It wasn't Kroger, but I don't know. I just said that. but even so, it's just kind of like, yeah, that's there was clearly a sign of deficiency, and so I had to. One of the people I was working with was kind of running into the same thing, and so he and I basically got on Google Hangouts for parts of the day together, and that fixed it a lot. So I guess we're going to the next one. Yes, we just completely went off the rails and moved the microphone, and we hope that people can hear us on Facebook, but we have no real indication.
Well, yeah, because the microphone is picking up. It's using the microphone on the laptop. I just moved that microphone out of the way because what was the point?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the first comment on Facebook. You guys sound like you're in a garbage can.
None so far. So.
All right. Well, that's cool.
All right. Next question. Is data science a good career option?
Is there data? Are you going to do science with it?
So I am applying at this, well, not literally at this moment, but I am in the process of applying to a master's program in data science.
Let's say multi-threaded beads.
Yes.
I can't wait for the race conditions. He drinks a drink while he drinks a drink.
There you go. I've done that, but we won't go there.
Yeah, I was there. I went there. Actually, I saw that.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Like I said, not a thing you want.
No, but no. Yes, I would have to say it is a good career option if it's something you're interested in doing.
Don't do it for the money.
Yeah, don't do it for the money.
Don't make that your exclusive. It's great that it pays well, but
yeah, it does pay well. The thing is, you need to know programming, and there's a lot of math involved.
Yeah.
So if you're good at math and enjoy it, those are two different things, mind you. I know several people that are really good at math but do not enjoy it.
Yeah. Whereas I'm middling and I enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm okay at math and I enjoy it, and so I'm hoping that's enough to get me by with the master's in data science.
Yeah. Did you have the experience after college, like where you used your math that you went through class in, and then you suddenly were like, this got me out of a lot of work? I had that realization like a year out after college. It was like, holy cow, that saved me a lot of time.
I didn't take any math in college because I AP'd out of Cop 2.
Well,
and I didn't need to for
psych, yeah.
For psych or pre-med, so
yeah. Comp sci,
yeah,
you get a fair bit of it.
Actually, I'm going to have to go and take discrete just to get into the program. So, yeah, that'll be fun.
I got a book. You want to borrow a book?
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can test out of it.
All right.
Probably not going to be able to, but I'm going to try. I really am.
Yeah, suffer well. So, yeah, there's more data every day. There's more things we can do with the data now that we can make more connections because we got more stuff. This isn't going away.
Exactly. I think this is a good career option. You will have to go beyond a bachelor's to do much with it. I've seen some of the boot camps are starting to have like data science programs.
So the bottom's going to be cut off in that market.
Yeah.
Is what will happen. It'll be flooded with, like the simple data science stuff. Simple. because none of it's all that simple. But like the lower end is going to be closed off, so you're not going to be able to get in that way if you want to get the upper end.
Right.
You're going to have to do the advanced education. So
Yeah, so you're looking at minimum a master's, most likely going all the way to your PhD. We have a good friend who may be watching this,
hopefully.
if not right now,
What up,
at some
Chang?
point. Hey, Chang, who has a great job. He's going to be speaking at DevSpace with me, which, by the way, if I haven't mentioned you guys, I'm going to be speaking at DevSpace. Woo!
And I'm not, because
He didn't apply.
I didn't apply. I just got a little burnt.
Yeah.
A little burnout, so I'm easing off. The other thing too is like last year when I did it, I had a hernia.
Yeah.
It was going to be operated on in 2 days, and
Mhm.
I stood for an hour with that
Yeah.
thing, and that was unpleasant. So I'm going to just hang out at the booth. I'm going to be the booth babe this year.
Yes, that's if we have a booth.
Yeah.
That's still
Man.
in negotiations. If not, he'll be there.
Probably with a backpack full of crap handing
Yeah.
out anyway.
So he'll be there with swag, guys. Either one of us will have swag. So come out to DevSpace. Free ad for
I'll get one of those
you guys.
signs and flip it around.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look. If I'm doing that, I'm wearing my Music City Tech shirt too. So there we go.
Yeah.
A bunch of free ads for our friends. Anyways, we've gotten off the question, so we're just gonna move on to the next one.
Yeah, might as well. What are red flags to look for in a newly hired coworker/employee? Well, the first one is being late. Early on, that shows that they aren't particularly conscientious. Now, it might be a traffic thing, but like if it happens a lot, that's a sign. Another thing is being kind of aggressively opinionated. Like if it's the second day on the job and they aren't familiar with what you're actually doing, and they go, "Oh, your stack sucks. You ought to replace this." That's a warning sign. You typically won't see that with more senior people that have got more real experience.
Mhm.
You'll see it with people that have the same year of experience 10 or 12 times.
Yeah.
That's a warning.
So it's interesting. This question came up when I was selecting questions because we've just had a couple of people resign. They got jobs at other places, moving on in their careers, and so we're going to be hiring a bunch of new people where I work. And so I saw this come up, and I'm like, ooh, I want to know what Will has to say about this because I've got some opinions of my own here too.
Yeah. Another thing too, you'll tend to see some of the personality quirks early, or you'll see the warning signs.
Mhm.
And, whatever that happens to be. So if they gossip, they'll be engaging in gossip within the first week. That's just the way it is. If they like to play people off of each other, you'll see that early on. If they like to run, tuck tail and run management over stuff, you will see that very early on. I would say that the first impression you get is probably going to be fairly accurate in most cases.
It's you hate to think that first impressions are that important, but realistically, he's right.
Yeah, you set the tone.
You do, and this goes both ways. So when you are starting a new position, you want to set that tone because it can be very difficult to come back from that.
Yeah.
And we actually, in our backlog, have an episode where we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, recovery from it.
Yeah, recovery from, one, setting a bad initial tone, or when
really screwing up.
Yeah, screwing up, or you've lost face with the team. Yeah. And so we're gonna talk about that. But we may even have to get somebody on to talk about that too.
Maybe a psychologist or a career coach or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, I know one. I think I can get on here for that.
That'd be really good.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So yeah, we got some really great stuff coming, guys. But
speaking of which,
yeah, speaking of which, exactly. Hey, good transition there.
I thought so.
Thank you. So speaking of which, if I can find it, here we go. That came out today. I'm still getting used to doing this on Thursdays, but the episode that came out today, if you have not already listened to it, check it out. It is called The 7 Myths of Agile, and it's really awesome because this is based on a talk that I participated in at the Digital Government Summit a few weeks back. And the talk was on creating an agile culture in your workplace, and my portion of the talk was 7 myths of agile. The reason there are 7 is because I was given 7 minutes to talk, and I thought I could do 1 per minute.
1 myth per deadly sin.
Yes. I thought of that too.
And gluttony happens in daily scrum.
So discussing agile
Actually,
methods.
so does wrath.
Well, yeah, that's true. Now that happens in the retrospective.
Yeah.
Discussing
We
agile.
should really do a parody of that.
Yeah, we should. We'll do that. Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Discussing agile methods can become a controversial topic, or it can become something funny, as you've seen right here.
Or we can do both.
Yes, that's true. People have a lot of strong feelings about agile. That's just the reality of it. There are a lot of misconceptions and misunderstandings about what agile is and how the approach to project management is used. In the episode, we discuss 7 myths about agile. We first talk about the myth and then discuss facts about agile that dispel that myth. We start off talking about objections to using agile, and then we look at the other side and talk about some oversimplifications or misunderstandings of how agile is used.
And our episode next week, a week from today, is going to be about white label apps, which this is the kind of app that I work on. White label applications are a bit different than a lot of normal apps, normal in air quotes. Typically, your code will be running on your client's machines, and you may not have full control over them or even access. It can also put an entirely different set of constraints on how you build, deploy, and troubleshoot software. So you find a bug, it might be months before you get a fix out.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find the bugs before you do a release. With a white label app, your clients can do a lot of stuff to you. So they may tinker with the database, they may integrate with things you wouldn't expect, or even come to rely on bugs for their functionality. Basically, the idea of a white label app is they're taking your app and they're skinning it.
Yeah.
You know, like they're wearing its skin as a suit. It's the best way to put it.
Well, you said that offline.
Is it not?
It is, but
I mean, so you got to prepare for that. So they can use the app in a lot of ways that you would not expect. And their business may become entirely reliant on this using your application. Use it when you fix something, you may break somebody. And it can be very interesting. They may customize the application itself. In fact, they probably will. They may change code in the database, alter CSS. They might change data that you thought was static, like lookup tables, those kind of fun things, resource files. It's all up for grabs. It's a different set of constraints than you normally deal with in building regular applications. So we have a 2-part series to discuss what kind of stuff goes on there. And so this first one is how it changes development. And then we'll talk about some of the other things that come later. So the basic idea here is to prepare you for what kind of things can happen if you ever find yourself in this situation. A lot of developers get on a white label app and they make really, really bad mistakes because they're making assumptions based on how everything else typically works in the industry. So the idea here is to talk you through that and get it to where maybe you don't make as many of those.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we don't have any comments, so we're good. Guys, we're going to jump off here. We've got another really awesome episode to record tonight. Will wrote this one.
Yep.
So we're gonna jump on that, and then we will see y'all next week.
Or you'll see us.
Well, yes, that's true. You'll see us next week. I guess we don't really see
We're not
you.
really like the Eye of Sauron or anything.
No, that's true.